secret number two with cute dog picture number two, this little photobomb dog, which everybody's got a friend like that, right? I think this is one of the cutest pictures anyway. All right, so here it is. You want to target the areas where patients come from already. Too often, folks will try to target the wrong area. Now, by targeting, the definition of targeting means focusing more of your efforts on a smaller number of people, a smaller population. It means going to fewer people on purpose. Okay. That's what targeting means. Targeting doesn't mean trying to get as many people as possible to see your ad. That's actually would be the opposite of targeting. That'd be whatever detargeting or diffusion, or I don't know, some word like that, right? Okay, because the most common error is for someone to go broad. They say, "Well, I got this little circle area right there on the map, on the picture there. You see, that's the Los Angeles, right? And if say your practice was right in the middle of that red circle, okay, that's like 1.5 million people right there. If you make that circle a half a mile bigger, it's 3 million people. You make that circle another half mile bigger, it's 6 million people. And suddenly you're running a little tiny ad budget to everybody in the world and nobody sees it. You'd rather concentrate just on those guys who are most likely in your area to come in. Okay. And what I tell you people to do is use the 80-20 rule. What you want to do, what I recommend, and the way we get the best results for our clients is this. What I do is I say, give us your past 100 last new patients. Okay. And then we sort that spreadsheet by zip code and we look where 80% of the people come from. What zip codes do 80%? It always falls on 80-20 rule. You find out where 80% come from. Those zip codes, where those 80% are from, those are the only ones you need to target. Yeah, the other guys come from other places. That's cool. And there will be leakage. It'll happen maybe later on. We have some extra money to blow and you just want to test it. You can test some other zip codes. But if you want to be sure that you got the right geo area, just target the 80% of those zip codes where 80% come from. And you'll find out it's a minority of zip codes. It's 20% of the zip codes is where 80% of your guys are coming from, right? It's amazing how that works out mathematically in the world. It's like one of these like Fibonacci type things, right? So, but if you do that, you'll never screw up your geo targeting ever. And it also gets you out of this mode where, well, should I target 7 miles around the office or 10 miles or no? You can do a little bubble like that. Make sure that bubble fits inside those zip codes, though, if you're going to use a little bubble, right? Actually, we use zip codes and bubbles on to do our own clients. So do those things, but be very careful that you're staying disciplined on your targeting, because targeting everybody means nobody sees you. You're just, it's like too few ads to too many people. It doesn't work out. Okay. All right. And by the way, I do say, as a rule of thumb, if you're running $75 a day in budget, which should be about what folks run. I mean, some start at $50, some $75, $100 a day, something in that neighborhood, right? Say $75 a day. You should be targeting about 40,000 to 100,000 people in the audience, right? So even that in that circle, you're not going to target everybody in that circle. You don't want the 18-year-olds, right? You don't want there's certain people you want. You will actually narrow your audience down so that budget of $75 a day is targeted on, say, that 50 or 60,000 people. You know what that means? That means those people actually see your ad often enough to actually notice you and take action. If you were to say target 1 million people with that $75 a day, then they'll see your ad once every 10 weeks, maybe. That is not enough to get anything to happen with that person for them to actually recognize and see that you're there. So anyway, follow these rules. Like I say, these are the secrets that we use in our, right now down the hall from where I am, we have our clients are all being serviced by our service personnel, and they're using this rule right here because I wrote it down. I made them learn it. And that's our policy here, right? That's how we get results for our clients.